So I just got back from work and got an email from Mike across the hall. Emailed him the other day and he replied, and it says, "Dear Matt, it's okay. I hate myself too. Love, Mike." Something here needs to be addressed. I don't hate him. I just don't want to be his friend. I think a lot of people would ask me why, if I, feel bad for him, why would I just intentionally hurt him, like send an email like, dude, I hate you, I mean, I think that's something a lot of people would not really know why I would do that yet. And I just, I reach out to a kid like that. You think, I want him to succeed, You see somebody in such need, hurting, lost. I'm telling you, man, he just doesn't know. And I gotta help him, and this is the best way to do it. I want to be able to help. You think of this guy can't even hold a conversation, right? Without freaking people out. He's like a dog. Dogs can't even hold conversations. Goodness. You don't look at it like I'm bullying. I use, intimidation. Yeah, I mean, I might make him feel bad sometimes, but not intentionally to make him feel bad. It's just an element. Being aggressive, it's a lifestyle. It's how I am. He likes this girl, okay, and he's always telling me about her, and I'm just like, oh, my goodness, girl's out of his league. I told him, he's asking me about her, he really likes her, and I'm like, obviously, let's say he's about here, she's like, she's on the top floor, okay? You tell a guy, no hope, like, what do you do in a situation like that? So I confronted him, and I was just like, Mike, I'll take it from here. He walked out to me, and I had this goofy smile. I don't know, he looked really weird. He looked like a freak, honestly. Just, so I smacked his books on the ground. And, I guess he interpreted it like, I was mad, or I wanted to scare him. I was trying to show him, like, dude, you need a backpack, honestly. Like, and you can't walk around, you can't open doors for girls. I'm telling you, he's always talking about girls he likes, and he's got this biggest sack of books. So smacking it on the ground, I figured he'd be able to see that if he's carrying it, that's what he's going to get. That's what's going to happen. That's the result of his stupidity. And, if he brings a backpack like most other people on this campus and in the world, actually, he wouldn't have to worry about that. And I'd bring him up to a higher place in life, somewhere, where I'd say the rest of humanity currently is. It's just that I care. I just saw him on lunch one time, and I told him how it was. I told him he's a nerd. I said he was a nerd, and I don't know if he really took it the wrong way. I don't think he, if he, putting a bag over his head, running and crying in a corner is taking it the wrong way. He could have, but he's Asian. I couldn't tell if he, the eyes, if tears are coming or not. I don't know. Maybe, but it's not what I meant. Chicks dig nerds, man. They love him. This guy, he's okay, I had this phase, it wasn't that long, but I was like him. Well, I wasn't really like him. I'd probably be like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of who he was. If he's a 1 on the scale of him, I'd be like a 10,000. And he's like the Justin Bieber of who he is, and maybe a little lower even, But but I was there, I felt him. I was in his position, and let me tell you something. I dated this girl, and she thought it was awesome that I was a nerd, and it's just that thing that he could embrace about himself. I'm not telling him to change. Well, I kind of do want him to change, honestly. Bullying, in the movies. And they say, oh, that's terrible. That's really bad. That's not nice. It's not respectful. I look at something like that. I say that's genius. I know what it takes to make him, who he can be. A shining nerd, an awesome guy, not a dog. You know, I know what it'll take. I guess what I'll reply is, Dear Mike, this isn't a joke. Condolences, Matt. Yeah, it's perfect.